Hey Midships family, Captain Corey here. We're on our way up to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Just signed the lease, paid all the money on the new condo, got the key cards, the keys, all the access passes. I'm getting through security. I'll catch you on the other side. I said I'd see you on the other side of TSA. Does this look like the other side of TSA? This looks like the front seat of my car in the long-term parking lot here in Orlando, Sanford. That's because I booked the wrong direction of flight. Yes, me, the guy who advises you on travel. I'm embarrassed, I feel shame, and now I get to pay for my mistake and get set back about 3 days on my move because now I can't get there until Monday. So, let's go back to the Midships studio and work on today's episode. We'll see you over there. Dang it. Hey, and welcome to the Midships YouTube channel. I'm your Captain Corey, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel today. And as you can see, I'm freshly back in the Florida Midships studio. And I'm not supposed to be here. That's right, I was supposed to be on an airplane right this very second, heading up to Tennessee because, as some of you might know, I just signed on a new condo down here, and I was supposed to fly up to Tennessee to clear out my establishment up there and bring everything down here into one central location in Florida. Well, I got to the airport today only to find out that I booked the flight in the wrong direction. I was supposed to go northbound, and I booked the southbound flight instead. So that leaves me in a weird situation where now I get to spend a whole weekend of shame here in Florida, regretting my bad decisions and my lack of focus and attention to detail, and now I'll be rushing come Tuesday evening to get an entire residence packed up. Yep, that's me in a nutshell, and hopefully I'm not the only one that makes stupid mistakes once in a while. So, question of the day. When was the last time you made a stupid mistake while traveling? Let me know that it's not just me in the comments below, and I'm doing this question of the day a little selfishly just to make sure I'm not the only human being on Earth who finds themselves in a sticky situation of their own creation. So comment your answer to the question of the day in the comments below, and just knowing that I'm not the only one might make it hurt a little bit less. Hey, I have a cool announcement to make for everyone that's going to be involved in my group cruise. And I'm going to tell you about that maybe a little bit more in a little bit. But for everybody who's already signed on to the group cruise or who's joined a Facebook group, and if you're just interested in going, I want to let you know that we're going to be doing something a little bit special on this group cruise, and it's your chance to memorialize yourself on this channel. Yeah, that's right. If you've ever wanted to be part of the intro for the Midships channel, everyone that cruises along with me on the group cruise, I'm inviting you to help participate in filming a brand new intro scene, welcoming everybody to the Midships channel. Yeah, that's right. It's your chance to be on this channel every time you tune in to watch the video. So like I said, the group cruise, it comes with some really special perks, and I really hope you'd consider cruising along with me. Heck, why don't I just remind you, we're cruising on the Carnival Sunshine, October 24th from Charleston, South Carolina. We're going to spend 5 nights cruising together to places like Nassau, Bahamas and Half Moon Cay. And like I've said many times before, if you want to get more information about this group cruise, there's a link to the group's Facebook page in the description right down there, right there below the video. It's also pinned here. Now enough about me, you're here for the cruise news, and I'm going to deliver for you. We've got brand new ships that aren't going to start up in time. We have Royal Caribbean powering through their restart plans, flexing that royal muscle, and we've got additional ships that are coming back online. I have to tell you about it. We're also talking about the Alaska cruise season, plus Carnival will be sailing from a new port they've never cruised from before. All right, let's begin. So Norwegian Cruise Line has now canceled the maiden voyage for their newest and fanciest ship, the Norwegian Prima. Originally set to debut on August 17th for an 8-night cruise from Amsterdam. Yes, that Amsterdam. Now the Norwegian Prima will have to restart a little bit later than originally planned. We're not sure exactly why or what happened to cause the delay, but it sounds like Norwegian's going through maybe a similar supply chain issue like Royal Caribbean faced for their newest ship, the Wonder of the Seas. As many of you who watch cruise content here on YouTube probably know, many of the amenities and productions that were supposed to be available for Wonder of the Seas were also pushed back because of cited supply chain issues. Now, whether or not that's just an easy cop-out for a brand to make, that remains to be seen. However, for those affected on this August 17th sailing of the Prima, who are now facing the dreaded cancellation day, we empathize for you. As an avid cruiser myself, I know just what it's like to be told your cruise isn't going to happen. Now, adding insult to injury with this cancellation though, it's not just the guests that are getting canceled on by Norwegian. No. It's someone you've probably heard of as well. Her name? It's Katy Perry. Yeah, I kissed a girl and I liked it. That Katy Perry. She was set to perform in Reykjavik on August 27th to christen this new ship. There's no word on whether or not Katy Perry is going to reschedule this christening as well. Hopefully the Norwegian Prima can get into operation as soon as possible. And imagine that, calling up and canceling on Katy Perry. No way. I've got way too much of a crush on her. Not gonna lie about that one. And I'm probably gonna take some flack for what I'm about to say next, but I really do think the best Super Bowl halftime of all time, you know, that concert that they do right in the middle of the big game? Yeah, Katy Perry was the best one of all time. Go ahead and let me know how wrong I am though in the comments below. I want to hear about your favorite Super Bowl halftime performance as well. Now, let's turn our attention to Royal Caribbean and their restart plans. Currently, they have 23 ships in operations around the world. And in the month of May, which starts like 2 days, really darn soon, we're expecting 3 more ships to join that fray. Yes, May and fray. I did that on purpose, it rhymes. And there's some really interesting ships coming back. And by interesting, I mean the Quantum of the Seas, which is going to debut in just a few days up in Seattle. Yes, Quantum of the Seas is sailing yet again on Alaska cruise season. And that's one ship I wouldn't mind getting on board for Alaska. Joining the Quantum of the Seas for an early May restart the following day will be Ovation of the Seas on May the 5th. Ovation of the Seas begins an Alaska cruise season as well, alongside Quantum, but a little further north in Vancouver. That's Canada, for those of you who are challenged geographically. Yeah, I'm looking at you. I'm kidding. I know you know how to read a map. And rounding out the cruise restart for Royal Caribbean, we have the Rhapsody of the Seas, who's returning later in May on the 23rd from a really fun port named Civitavecchia. Someone messaged me on here and asked me how many times I plan on saying Civitavecchia in Midships episodes. And guess what? At least one more time. Civitavecchia. Civitavecchia. I still can't spell it though. But you know what I can spell? The link that's posted in the description below this video that takes you right to the Midships merch store. Yeah, there you can find all the designs custom made by moi, Captain Corey, of cruise swag that you've never seen anywhere else on any cruise ships. They're all super fantastic, upscale, classy, you might say. None of those cheesy designs that you typically see on board a cruise ship. No way, there's no place for that here. Well, there's a little bit. We like a little bit of cheesy here. I encourage you to check it out, and of course it helps keep me cruising and delivering this cruise news. Now, let's turn our attention to Carnival Cruise Line, and we're gonna take things way over to the West Coast. It's that way or that way, depends on where you live, I guess. Specifically, we're talking San Francisco. How many of you out there have ever been to San Francisco? For me, it's been a few years, but I've been many places out that way. And if you want to enjoy the sights and sounds of San Francisco, well, you can, on board a Carnival cruise ship. The Miracle, to be specific. Carnival has named San Francisco as a brand new home port for at least one season. It's their very first time sailing there for the spring and summer. They're hoping to expand their West Coast service and strengthen their position as the cruise line that takes more guests than anybody else from the state of California. All told, the Miracle will take a total of 19 sailings from San Fran, and it'll be doing a mix of Mexico and Alaskan cruising. Plus, can also cruise all the way over to Hawaii one time later this year. So how about that? A brand new port for Carnival cruisers. That's pretty tempting for me. Now, I need to remind you though that every time I cruise, I take certain essential items with me. And if you're curious about what those essentials are, there's a link in the description below to an Amazon page. Yeah, it's really easy. Everything ships on Prime. In there, you'll find things like cool lanyards, passport holders, metal cabin hooks, all sorts of things, even a really cool modem to help you share that Wi-Fi plan instead of paying for more than one. Most of the items cost $8 to $15, and like I mentioned earlier, just browsing that page does help support this channel and my work towards reaching our goal of 10,000 subscribers in our first year here on the platform. So make sure you help us out by subscribing to this channel. And until tomorrow, we'll see ya on the Midships. Gosh, I can't believe I missed that flight. I'm so embarrassed. Could you imagine me showing up at TSA, ready to check in, and the guy's like, dude, you're at the wrong airport. Yeah, that happened to me today. I know your day's better than that. We'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. La 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 la.